Okay, so let's finish up our journey from P1 to P2 to P3. Now we're going P3 to P4. The good news is if you've gotten these previous sections done correctly, there's not much else to do. We'll start with the face view this time and see best we can. Let's kind of put a line, rough shoulder turn, and see what's going to happen. Okay. So the shoulders are, now again, everybody's going to be different in flexibility levels. Your P4, okay, may only be to here. Some people may only be to there. But if you can get past 90 degrees of shoulder turn, that's fine. If you can't, don't worry about it. Another observation would be that the angle between the lead arm and the shaft is not more than 90 degrees, and the shaft is not parallel to the ground. You will see some players who can do that. They're going to be extremely flexible. They're going to be able to get much more than 90-degree shoulder turn. But for the average golfer, if you can get to this position or even this without overhinging the wrist, without keeping the head centered, without keeping the hips from swaying sideways, without losing your inclination to the ground, then you will be in a good position no matter how far you can get back. And some people may only be able to get to here. Okay, so it's just observing that basically not much structural change other than a little bit more turn in the upper body. Okay, from the side view, now again, some people may only get to here. If you're extremely flexible, you can get to this P4. Checkpoint. Lead arms about the same angle as the shaft was at address. Lead arm also matches the tilt of the chest. And that's pretty important, that you don't want to have what's called flat shoulders at the top of the swing. You've lost your posture. Typically, unless you overdraw the ball, you certainly don't want your lead arm higher than your right shoulder. If you can emulate this position, you see that the back of the left hand is approximately a couple inches behind the right shoulder. Lead arm is on basically the same tilt angle, if you want to call it that, as the spine. Right wrist is bent backwards. Right forearm points probably 18 inches behind the feet. Okay. Things that generally go wrong with people: elbows start splaying apart. Right upper arm gets extremely retracted behind the body, level to the ground. Left arm starts to bend. Again, it's much better, even if you can't get this far back, if you can only get to here, that you don't change the arm structure by splaying the arms apart, retracting the right elbow behind the body, getting the right bicep level to the ground. Okay. Lower body observations will be left knee's angled out towards the ball, right knee still has a little bit of flex, body's stayed in the tilts. Front view, not a great deal of left knee movement, points almost at the ball. Right knee still has a little bit of flex, and those will be some good basic checkpoints. Pay a lot of attention to your arm structure if you're struggling with that. Pay some attention to your inclination to the ground. You can get all kind of apps where you can draw this kind of basic line across your shoulders. It won't ever point at the ball, but it should not point extremely out towards the horizontal. Okay.